Hi everybody. We're at a home we've done, you see all the gardens. We put in about 9,000 square feet of garden. This is the last two. We've done these two last year. We've got some holes to fill. We got some plants to replace. We've got editing and gardening to do. And we actually do that for free. After the client has the garden in, because it's not much. We probably bought about 40 perennials. And the reason I do it for free is because I want to get the client off to a good start. The whole key is a good start. So again, I brought about 40 plants. I'm going to introduce you to our garden care team. And here's the garden we put in 2 years ago. It's doing very well. We've got some holes to fill. So I told Sue that I'll fill that up too. And the owner has been doing all the garden care. Sue comes out on Saturdays, and I've done a YouTube show with her. So you can meet Sue. She runs an international business, and she also comes out on Saturdays and gardens because it frees her up. And she loves and enjoys the opportunity to take care of the gardens. And she's actually, yesterday when I was here, Sue provided some good ideas for enhancement. So she's been walking through these gardens now for 4 years with the Dutch push-pull hoe. She's interpreting and creating relationships just intuitively. So what we're doing in the Deschampsia, we're going to place Limonium gemmelii all through there. You can see some of it, and I'll show you that later. But let's get down and introduce our staff to you. I'm coming up on, this is Mary. Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Roy.
And you met Mary before. We did a YouTube on her taking care of the gardens at Yerkes. I think we did that last year, so check out Mary's YouTube. She takes care of about 14,000 square feet of gardens during the week, and then she comes and works with us for 2 days. So I say that's the joy of gardening, and I think that's a future for a lot of people. And share something, Mary, about how can you do this?
Oh, well, it's just such a pleasure because everything is beautiful and you get to be outside in nature and you get to enjoy all the insects and just sort of see the changes from day to day. It's fascinating.
And you like doing it. There's something about you.
Just love doing it. Yeah.
See, that's very cool.
Very satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Aaron.
Hello, everybody.
He's actually leaving us in 2 days. He was our intern.
I was here for the summer. I was here for 2 months. I wrote Roy a letter saying, I have the summer. I'm in a horticulture program. I'd really like to, study with you guys and learn the gardens and learn the plants. And so, yeah, I'm just finishing up 2 months here.
So did you enjoy being here?
No, I loved it. It was great. It's great.
So any of you out there that want to be interns, give us a call. And you can have as much fun as Aaron did. Yeah. And we enjoyed having Aaron here also.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we're going to go over, that's Isidro. Hola, Isidro. Isidro's our top gardener. He runs the Dutch hoe like it's part of his arm. He moves through the gardens quickly. Mucho años aquí.
Oh, como 20 years.
20 years he's been with Northwind. And we just love having him here. And I think, bien, we have mucho fun.
Yeah, thank you, Roy.
And then you met Jean and Emily. Jean's over there starting the supervision of moving the plants in. And what we're going to do now is look at the holes we have to fill. And I'll show you what didn't do well. It was a low spot in the garden. And I put in the low spot 2 years ago, Carex little midge. And in this low area, where that actually collects moisture running downhill, little midge did not do very well. It's alive, and we're not going to take it out. We're going to interplant Geranium sanguineum Max Fry through all these holes, and we'll see how the two combine. And because she's going to have to water a little bit more to get the new plants established, that could benefit little midge into the future to get it a little more lush. And if it doesn't get lush, the Geranium Max Fry, as it grows, will mature and cover it up. So I'm not too worried about one outcompeting the other. I want the geranium to outcompete it. If little midge gets stronger, then it can compete with the Geranium sanguineum. And in the back over there by the Eupatorium, we're putting a selection of echinacea I made called Shorty. I call everything one word. So Shorty's going to go in there. It's a short echinacea with multicolored flowers. It has purple, yellow, and some white in it. mostly purple, soft purple, but I like the size of it. It's a very short plant. So let's take a look at some of the other areas we'll be working at. What we're doing is replacing sprabolus. See, this was the sprabolus we put in last year in a 4.5-inch pot. It's growing very slowly. The calamintha has really taken off, and I'm not quite sure why the sprabolus has developed so slowly. So we're enhancing the area with more sprabolus in 4.5-inch pots. You can see, once I get past my shadow, you can see the enhancement here. So we're just adding more sprabolus, and I think when Susan has to water more, the additional watering will also enhance the sprabolus that are lagging behind. And in this area, Jean's growing, Emily's putting in Veronica Evelyn right through here. We had Veronica Evelyn in here, but this area, for some reason, didn't do well. And again, I'm not sure why, but we'll just put Evelyn back in because the ones back here look very healthy, and continue that up to the Achillea terracotta by Jean. And then Acidro's drifting in the Limonium latifolium. We've got that through the Deschamps. We put about 5 or 6 in each open area. And you can see Limonium in the back. In the back we have Limonium gimlei. So we'll have 2 different clouds of blue. And Acidro's planting the last of 3 different groups of latifolium. And again, in the back we have gimlei floating through. So we have 2 different size flowers going through. And now we're going to walk over to the garden again. This garden was planted last year. I've got to take out some of the Sprabolus aeroides right here. I put too much in, and I'm going to carry Coreopsis zagreb. You see how aeroides did well in this drier soil? It actually got taller than the Salvia East Friesland. So we're going to take out all this aeroides in a pathway, like a roadway. We're taking out that roadway of aeroides, and we're going to carry the Coreopsis zagreb all the way to the edge to go against the Blue Hill and against the Wisui over here. So that's our amendments for this particular bed. Let's go on and look at the other bed on the top. Is the sunlight coming through that beautiful? It's Molinia transparent. Sprabolus aeroides. Look at that sunlight coming through here in the morning. And Panicum hyligrahane. And what we're adding is an exciting plant from Brent Horvath at Intrinsic. We're adding Andropogon blackhawk. So we'll have beautiful vertical red foliage coming in that area in front and behind of the Rudbeckia subtomentosa with the Molinia sky racer. Not sky racer, I'm sorry, Molinia transparent. Very exciting, is it, to be a gardener? I think we've got to find this romance and share this with young people. Because I think, who wouldn't want to be a gardener? I know a lot of people want to be designers. But this conference I left, the Dynamic Vision, when we left there, Noel Kingsbury had a great comment that a gardener/designer carries all gardens into the future in healthy ways. And the gardener actually becomes the designer within that garden. So they're constantly making changes like we're doing today. So the designer is a multitasking, joyful person. And I can't wait to share more of that with our class at Gateway. And the other thing we're looking at is entrepreneurship, showing young people how to start their own business. You don't need to go work for big companies. In fact, I think the trend is starting your own place, training people. And then once you have knowledge, you have an obligation to share that knowledge with others. That's a tremendous gift, knowledge. And to share it with others is even a more beautiful gift. Well, we're wrapping it up. We've got most of the enhancement plants in. Again, back in that area, I couldn't figure out what to put in that would be purple, that would take the dry soil. And then I looked over there, and look how good Agastache Blue Fortune did. It's in the dry soil. It's almost 12 to 14 inches taller than it is in the lower garden where it has more moisture. So I've learned something about Agastache Blue Fortune. In 1 year, from a 1 gallon container, it'll get twice its size in drier soil without irrigation. It was watered. The owners did a great job, Susan and Taylor did a great job of watering, but they didn't water that frequently during the summer, and it did very well, very tall. So those are things you just keep coming to know about plants. You think they have a one way of living, and they have many ways of living, but it's still based on soil moisture at the right time. That's the key. Not soil moisture when you believe it should happen, but soil moisture when the plants require it. I think Taylor and Susan did a good job of that because everything looks so healthy. And back to this area, in that back there, back here, and on the other side, we're putting Brent's Andropogon Blackhawk, and that'll give it very vertical, dark copper color. So thanks for being here. Let's take one last look at the garden, and we'll catch you with another show. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free, and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. Thanks, everybody. Have fun gardening.